words, what are the qualities of a good research critic? So, first of all, who is a research critic? A research critic is generally an accomplished researcher, an authority in her field of knowledge or area of academic research specialization. And the task of the research critic is to give a comprehensive, critical, and objective appraisal of a research project, process, or report. The research critics are generally expected to highlight the academic or scientific value of aims, processes, and outcomes of research undertakings, and their focus is also on identifying the possible strengths and weaknesses or limitations of research undertakings. The role of the research critic is important because it is something that aids to the academic gatekeeping and quality assurance of research. Now, here are some qualities that we expect that the good quality research critic will have. The first one is academic knowledge. Research critics are expected to have good academic knowledge in their field of specialization. So, for example, someone who will have the duty to critique research papers or research reports in the field of psychology need to have a good knowledge of general knowledge of the field of psychology, but also of the particular field of psychology in which the paper or the report has been presented. So, in other words, we can say that research critics need to have a good background knowledge general knowledge in the field in which they are critiquing, but also they need to have in-depth knowledge of the particular subfields of knowledge in which they are working as critics. Without good quality and in-depth academic knowledge, it might not be expected from critics to produce good critique and to come up with good quality evaluation of the research reports. The second one is research expertise. So beside academic knowledge, the research critics also need to have research expertise in the field of research methodologies, especially in the field of research methodologies in which the particular research projects have taken place or the particular research reports have been written. For example, in social sciences, we have these three main research methodology fields: the quantitative research, the qualitative research paradigm, and the mixed method. So the research critic need to have good knowledge of the particular research paradigm, the particular research methods, and the particular research approaches in which they are supposed to critique the papers. Thirdly, ethics, integrity, and objectivity. These are important characteristics of the research critics. The research critics need to have to follow ethical considerations, and they need to make sure that the research reports and projects that they are critiquing have followed ethical considerations. They need to have integrity in order to come up with impartial analysis of the research reports, and they need to be objective in their approaches towards the reports and the research projects that they are critiquing. So these are important considerations. Next is the professional commitment. It is important that the research critic exhibits professional commitments in terms of ensuring the quality of the particular field, the quality of academic work in the particular field in which they are working. And also they need to show professional commitment in terms of ensuring quality research undertakings in those particular field. Professional commitment will also mean the dedication of proper time and proper effort in the particular when they are actually reviewing the particular research projects and research reports. So professional commitment is very important, dedication is very important, and the next thing that is very important that can be considered as a very important quality is the academic or research interest. It is important that the research critic has particular academic and research interest in the area or in the fields in which they are critiquing research papers. Without academic interest, research interest in the particular fields in which they are critiquing papers, they will find it difficult to come up with insightful, detailed research critiques. So academic research for example, if there is an academic in the field of teacher education, if they have interest, for example, academic and research interest in school education, they will be able to come up with good quality research critiques on papers and research reports in that particular field, that is school education. There will be other academics who will have particular interest in university education, and there will be others who will have particular research interest, for example, at college level education. And similarly, there will be others who will have particular academic research interest in gender education, and so on. And therefore, specialization in the particular field, particular academic and research interest will add to the quality of the involvement of the researchers, the critics in the process of critique, and they will come up with good quality critique. And lastly, empathy. This is very important. And by empathy here, what I mean is that in most cases, the research critics are senior academics, and they need to have the understanding, the knowledge that the research reports produced by other peers, especially by junior researchers and student researchers, they will have issues that is because of their lack of experience or expertise in the field. And so besides pointing out the particular limitations of the research, they also need to be encouraging in terms of their reports, in terms of identifying the strengths of the particular reports, and also in terms of coming up with advice regarding how to improve those areas that the particular reports are lacking in order to turn these into good quality studies, or in order to help the junior researchers, student researchers to come up with good quality research reports and research projects in the future. So the role of the critic is not only to critically look at or to criticize, but also to encourage, to support, and to help in enhancing the academic understanding, the insights, and the professional development of the upcoming researchers, the junior researchers and student researchers.